We're gaming, folks. Top 128 bracket. And we've got Big Will versus naisuneicha. Big Will is a friend, a good player, been in the community for a while. Actually has a YouTube channel too if you want to check that out. Naicha I've not heard of, but made it to the bracket stage, must be a gamer of some sort, whether new or old. And I look forward to this set between two titans. And of course we have a Wailord, probably forcing out this Tyranitar turn 1. I love the Wailord lead, but Celebi's one of the best things to have against Wailord. That's a good start for Big William. Large Will gonna go for perhaps a grass type move. Is Wailord we're gonna try and play around the self-destruct. Wailord often tries to self-destruct on Blissey or Celebi. How do you switch sides? You gotta do this now. They've changed replays. Skarmory gonna take that water spout on the chin, bringing in a Heracross. If this Skarmory has Drill Peck, Heracross is in a disastrous position. Goes for a Rock Slide. Actually just roars, okay. Heracross was trying to maybe snipe a Salamence, snipe some other fighting resist, Zapdos, Moltres, etc. And Wailord is pretty scary right now, because there's a bit of a 50-50 here. Because Wailord could self-destruct on the incoming Celebi and just delete it. Or there's Starmie even. What is Spout going to do 41? This is why Wailord's scary, folks. The mind game between... Oh, well. Spacebar switches sides. Okay, sorry about that. I knocked the spacebar by accident. Gonna just T-bolt this Wailord. You're furious at it. And I think trading with a Starmie doing all that damage, that Wailord is definitely paid for itself, folks. Jolteon makes a bit of sense here. A speedy threat to clean up. Gonna substitute. Scout the Metagross. So in the event that this is Choice Band Metagross, it's now locked into EQ, but it might just be a regular Metagross. Nightchar with no information. Heracross does resist EQ, so nice entry point here. And this Hera could be... I don't think it's banned based on the damage against Skarmory. Probably a Select set of some sort. And unfortunate Mega Horn miss. Big William with a bit of momentum back in the mix after that one. Adamant Doug might land this KO, but no. That is a supremely bulky Metagross, shrugging that off easily. But Metagross now in range of T-Bolt. Jolteon pretty well positioned. If it's HP Ice Jolt especially, it threatens Celebi too. Tyranitar can live a hit though. Tyranitar threatening to Dragon Dance or just KO with a simple Earthquake. Doesn't just go for the Earthquake. Knowing that there's sub, it might be annoying if you sub-bat and pass out on the Dragon Dance turn. That could be a problem. And no paralysis or anything. Big Will not gonna go for a DD that time. Maybe he doesn't have it. Mightn't have it. Leftovers Tyranitar less likely to be DD then. And outrunning this Metagross, getting a crucial hit in. We're probably going to see a switch to Skarmory. Oh, actually Aero. Okay. But Metagross could chip heal out of range here. No. No Protect on that Metagross. And last is Kingdra, which makes sense alongside a Select Heracross to clear the sand. Kingdra now going to Rain Dance. Can this clean the game? Out on Zero. Goes for an Ice Beam? Why? Wait, why did you go for an Ice Beam? You were trying to 2-hit Celebi incoming? Oh my goodness. And then Kingdra gets a berry, I assume? Okay, well that was some good luck on Nightchar's end. With a well-timed freeze. And with a Pataya Berry support. I don't think it looks good for Big William. This is Big Will looking small at the moment. Gonna probably drop to an Ice Beam. Another freeze! You didn't even... That still would have won! Alright. Nightchar says in the chat, what in the world is going on with my Kingdra? That's a great question. You've defied logic with this Kingdra. But Big Will's still in it, folks. Down a game. Even after all that positive luck, still would have won. And an explosive opening again with a Slacking, which has been a popular choice recently. Running Brick Break, which mid-grounds Skarmory reasonably well. And we do have a Magneton. But Big Will playing cautiously around it, doubles to Tyranitar, and you're in a good spot right now. You probably... That was a beautiful focus punch. That was a fantastic focus punch, trying to catch probably an incoming Swampert, but it turned out to be a Zapdos, trying to come in on Earthquake. And you get respectable chip on Zapdos. Chipping Zapdos is nice. It's hard to nail down Zapdos sometimes, because it's Spike immune, a bit hard to apply pressure to it. Getting that crucial, like 30 or so chip is really nice. And Big Will going to go to sleep on Swampert, which could be dangerous if Nightchar has, you know, Aero or Tyranitar. And it's Sub-Punch Breloom. Okay. That's going to do a pretty solid chunk to this Zapdos right now. Probably like 40-ish, something like that. We'll see. 49. And Zapdos should be able to finish this off. Pretty well positioned now. Finishes off Breloom. Okay. I think Big Will's ahead at the moment. Tyranitar is pretty well positioned because Swampert's sleeping. Big Will, frightened of the tar, goes for a simple Thunderbolt, but Big Will probably with a sigh of relief now that it's used Crunch, not Dragon Dance Tyranitar, which would be a big threat right here. Dragon Dance Tyranitar would have been a problem. And Aerodactyl going to finish off Tyranitar, locking into Rock Slide. Magneton can enter. Oh, goes to Slacking. Interesting. So... Okay, you probably just want to sack the sleeping Swampert at this point, because you don't need to save the sleeped Pokemon now that Breloom's gone. There's no more sleepers. We're just going to go to Tyranitar. Slacking is locked into Return, so you can use this opportunity to get some dances. Or just go for a Rock Slide. Sure. Might be a bulky Tyranitar without DD again. Now you can punch safely. So true. And you just nail the Magneton. Punch, it's totally safe when Slacking is truanting, so that was a good click. It's very sensible. Slacking can now threaten Brick Break. You probably just sack Swampert as the safest thing to do, or Skarmory's fine too. You might have taken a big focus punch, but that's not even the end of the world either, because then you can punish that afterwards. Here's Aero again. And no spikes on the field, but still pressuring Nightchar's team. We have a Gara last, which should be able to get a DD against the -1 Aero. I think you should probably still use Rock Slide, and Big Will did use Rock Slide, but now getting another Intimidate. Gonna go for the Gara sweep plan. We'll see if this pans out. You're gonna just Rock Slide again. I think that's sensible because you have a flinch chance too. And Gyarados, interestingly, can't threaten Aerodactyl very well. If it's Adamant, it's not even outrunning, but it turns out to be HP Rock. I was about to say that. Some Gyarados run HP Rock for this reason, and Blissey should be able to live this hit, because HP Rock is non-stab, so it's good coverage, but it suffers in the sense that it can't quite one-hit stuff, so Gyarados doesn't learn Rock Slide for coverage, so it has to use Hidden Power Rock if it wants Rock coverage. And this Blissey just has Seismic Toss to threaten this, but that should be enough, folks. Although this is actually a little dangerous. EQ might high roll. It actually crit. Okay. That's a little rough, but Skarmory is pretty healthy. Hidden Power Rock doesn't have flinch chance or anything, so if you got Drill Peck or Toxic... Oh, it's HP Rock Taunt, though. Luckily, Big Will's running Drill Peck. That's an advantage of Drill Peck, as it plays around those Taunt sets. Taunt is often used to beat down Skarmory. Skarmory often runs Spikes Protect Toxic Roar, which is totally shut down by Taunt, but Drill Peck is a great way to play around Taunt, also cover like Heracross. And last battle. Big Will with yet another Tyranitar lead, the tried and true, but once again forced out by a Metagross. And nice HP Fire. Correctly nailing this incoming Skarmory. Sorry. They've changed the replay thing. And an HP Fire crit is unfortunate there. That actually was relevant because Skarmory would live that and be able to chip heal back up. But Big Will at least establishes a spike on the field. Nice double back to Tyranitar. Now you're well positioned against this Celebi. Nightchar just goes for a Giga Drain. Is this one just yet another BKC tar? Bulky 4 attacks and in a great spot against this Celebi. Nice go Aero, because Celebi either recovers there, Giga Drains again, which Aero can shrug off, or switches out, and then Aero will outrun anything. So that was a good Aerodactyl switch, because it covered a lot of potential options. Here's Zapdos against Suicune, shrugging off a Thunderbolt, forcing in this Celebi, who is now going to drop. So Zapdos is really good in this matchup. Look how threatening it is. Celebi was probably the main Zapdos answer. It's now been chipped down by that physical tar. And a Protect. I really like Protect on Zapdos, especially with Toxic, because you can like Toxic Protect against Blissey, chip it down with Sand. Also Scout like Aerodactyl, what they lock into a Choice Band, really useful. And Big Will just sacking Tyranitar here, or expecting a double out. Goes back Zapdos, saving the low health tar. So probably then you were not intending to sack Tyranitar. Ooh, random crit. Alright. Alright. I guess it makes up for that bad luck in the first game. Zapdos was a powerful threat, but you're probably afraid of Metagross blowing up. Protect also makes Metagross a little bit more afraid of blowing up. Maybe Big Will expected to switch out there to something. But it doesn't seem like Naicha has a good Zapdos switch in, just based on the fact that Celebi's dropped. And indeed, there's a Doug. You're going to Wish. An Ice Beam. Very bulky Doug. But doesn't look to be adamant. Or this Blissey is like bold full health or something. Maybe. I think it's probably Jolly beat up Doug, but beat up now that the team is fainted a bit. Doesn't do enough damage to two-hit Blissey, so it went for Earthquake with the Paralysis chance on top of it to maybe support that win con, but not win con, like potential out. And okay, Calm Mind, HP Grass, Jirachi is a great thing to have here. Aero now coming in, threatening. That was a pretty good Aero switch, because if they're running HP Grass, it's probably Calm Mind, Fire Punch, HP Grass, Psychic. So no Thunderbolt or Ice Punch means that Jirachi probably can't one-hit Aero with anything, not even a Stab Psychic. So Aero will always force out the Jirachi there and guarantee another Spike as it comes in later. And you're going to take this opportunity to heal up Blissey, which is really nice against this team with only special threats really remaining. That seems to rely pretty heavily on this Doug to eliminate Blissey, but that didn't pan out. Didn't work like that. And if Blissey has Thunder Wave here, it's pretty much lights out. Jirachi could still have Substitute, it's possible. We haven't seen the full set. And Blissey doesn't look to have Thunder Wave, but hoping to 1v1 with Seismic Tosses. Jirachi could win this, it's possible, because Jirachi has the benefit of Sand Chip and maybe could Psychic Spadef drop. Gets a crit and a Spadef drop. Oh my gosh. But Aero can at least clean up this situation. I think Blissey might even live. No. That was unlucky. But, and we'll see if, okay, Jirachi stayed that time, maybe thinking that Aero would try to Rock Slide the incoming Zapdos. This is slightly rough. How low is Suicune? 88. So, Aero probably wins this endgame for Big Will, but Suicune might make a miracle happen. Zapdos. Okay, that's really nice. I wonder how relevant that is. Suicune can't Calm Mind or anything like that. I don't think that a bold Suicune has enough special attack to one-hit Aerodactyl, so we're probably going to see a Rock Slide and pretty high chance to flinch in 2 attempts, which does happen on the first one. There's still a missed chance, and you get a crit to finish it off. All right. So, Suicune did have... The thing is that Surf probably doesn't one-hit, and you have to hit 2 Surfs through flinch chance, which is... I don't know the exact odds of that, but I feel... just based off vibes, I feel like Aero had the advantage there. But anyway, that was a bit of good luck in that set from both sides, but it always tends to even out over the course of the games. That was a cool one. Big Will progressing to top 64, I think it is. And Naicha has been eliminated, but with a flashy, going out with a bang, bringing Wailord slacking and this pretty cool special offense sort of team. We appreciate it. Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you for donating. Thank you for watching. This is insane. Thank you everybody.